gouache paint is more and more popular. But if you plan to buy gouache, maybe you're wondering if you should buy a gouache set or individual tubes. Before you do it, watch this video. I will give you my insights about gouache sets using this set by Holbein. Holbein has a series that is based on the seasons, and they're supposed to be Japanese colors. This one is the spring one. One of the biggest advantages of a gouache set is the variety of colors, and the choice is pre-made for you, so you don't have to think too much. You can get a season theme or a primary set or any other color combination that the manufacturer wants you to use. It can really open your mind when you are painting because you have to use the colors inside the set. And it can be a challenge to say, all right, I'm making a painting with just these colors inside this set. Another advantage is the ease of use because you have everything ready-made for you, so you know you can get a consistent color, and this is really interesting, especially for backgrounds. If you have a large surface to paint, you're sure that if you use one tube, you will get always the same color versus making your mix, and you will sometimes lack a bit of color at the end of your surface, and you will never be able to mix the exact same color. So that's a big plus for the sets. In this set is blue, which is named Myosotis Blue. It's perfect for the sky, and I think I will keep it for backgrounds with blue sky. And if we talk about the price, you have to be very careful here. Usually, and I say usually, a set is less expensive than if you buy the tubes one per one. But sometimes some brands want to make a fool of you. They will make set with a low price, but if you look carefully, the size of the tubes is not the same than the individual ones. So you should always refer to the price per 100 milliliter or whatever you name it in your country. Because the tube by itself can have different sizes. And to help you with this, I've written a blog article about this. You have the link in the description under the video. Which leads me to the cons of using sets. But before this, I need to ask you something. If you could book the like button, that would really help the video to spread and tell the algorithm that this is a good video. Thank you for that. Now let's go for the drawbacks of using gouache sets. One of the biggest drawbacks is that you will never learn how to mix color properly if you are only using ready-made colors. And I think especially to Hemi sets, which can have up to 56 colors, which is way too much. You really don't need 56 colors. So where is the correct number of colors you need? Is it just 4 primaries? I mean, pink, yellow, blue, and white? Or is it up to 12, 40, 65, 66, any number you like? I don't know where it is exactly. It depends on your style. But to me, only using gouache sets and never mix your colors is the best way to never understand color theory. And more than theory, color mixing. This is really a skill you need to acquire. And I made a video about this where I paint with just 4 colors to show you that you can do it with just 4 colors. Now, let's go back to this set of spring that I bought from Holbein. My goal was to paint just with the colors inside the set. But I had to add white. There is no white in this set. And I don't know how to paint without white. Maybe that could be a challenge, but not with this palette. And it was really challenging to stick to the set and not to add an extra color. Especially for dark color, I wanted to add ultramarine blue just to deepen my shadows, but I had to do with what was inside the set. And it was not easy. Let me tell you, I had quite a hard time. Which is another of the drawbacks of the set. If you want to play the game with it and just stick to the colors inside, you will always lack a color or don't like one that is in the set. Especially for me, I don't like this purple, but it can be a challenge. But I know that if I want purple, I can still mix it from pink and blue. And this particular purple is maybe not the one I would have used. So I will add gray or white or whatever inside. So changing the tube and not using the color from the set. So it's kind of a balance here. Ultimately, I would say that buying a set or not depends a lot of your gouache skills. Are you a beginner or are you a more advanced user? Because if you are a complete beginner, on one side, it's really helpful to have the ready-made colors, but on the other side, you will never learn how to mix colors. Also, there is a budget here because maybe a set is less expensive than individual tubes, but if you buy a set of 12 colors, it's still more expensive than buying just 4 primaries and white. Also, it depends on your art style, and my style requires a lot of different colors, so I can still mix inside of the set, but I am so used to mix my own colors that I need to adjust to this number of colors available for me. It's quite difficult. I feel to me that it's limiting my creativity. And on the other hand, having constraint is a great way to enlarge your creativity. So it's, as I said, a balance between what you want to do or not. I think after painting this bouquet that I don't like at all, I don't like the colors, I don't like the painting, I don't like the reference image, I don't like anything from it. But I kept pushing and finishing it because I want to finish this sketchbook. What I've learned about that is, okay, this set, this specific set by Holbein is a nice object. The packaging is really great. The cover on the box is really gorgeous. And when you open it, you say, wow, those colors are really great. But when you try to use them alone, it's kind of a challenge. So I think what I will do is try to use as much as I can from the set, but allowing me to use other colors from outside, especially white and dark color, because there is a lack of contrast in this palette. I think everything has the same range of values, and in painting, you need values more than colors. What I mean by values, I've made swatches for all the paints in the set, except for the silver. I still have to do it. But this one is the gray, and the colors are just great. But if I switch the video to black and white, you will see what I mean. There is only 2 different values in this complete set. And this is why you need to add white to it. So you can at least lighten some colors if you can't darken them. And this is maybe what was the most annoying for me in this set, is I would have picked more range in values. This is why I will add ultramarine blue to this set, and I think it will do the job. Now I've added ultramarine blue, magenta, and my favorite color, opera pink. And now I have something that is, I think, more interesting as a complete set, because I have more value inside, more different values. And okay, this one is called spring, so those colors shouldn't be inside. This is one of the drawbacks of the ready-made sets with unusual colors, I mean different from the primaries, is that you rely on the manufacturer to select the colors for you, and maybe it's better if you can select your own. So what are your thoughts? Is it marketing or is it inspiring for you? Let me know in comments. Meanwhile, you can watch this video where I tell you how to shape your art style. See you there! So make sure of the price per milliliter. Per milliliter. Milliliter. It's difficult to say.